What's up, YouTube? Well, it's about, let me see, 1:39 a.m. It's been a while since I've done one of these. Trying from a different angle this time. I think it looks pretty good. And, yeah, I stopped shaving my head again. Now I got the bald spot back. So it's whatever. Anyways, this time around, not all of these are like super recent, but it's been within the past month. Lots of audiophile stuff, like lots of hi-fi shit. I've just been coming across it, good deals online, and winning out most of the time. There's a couple things I'm missing from here that I just have sitting somewhere else right now. But whatever. This is what it is. All right. I'm going to start with the vinyl. Let's see. We got Al Stewart's The Year of the Cat, Mfsl. Whoop. And I've heard this sounds better on CD, but honestly, I prefer the original pressing. It's not like I spent an arm and a leg on it, though, so it ain't killing me. At the same time, though, it's just disappointing. I usually hold this label in high regard. These ones I got randomly on eBay, cheap as shit, for like $1 a piece. I couldn't believe it. They took forever to get here from Japan, and they're not in the best shape, but $1 a piece is pretty wild. This is Bob James' Lucky 7 on Master Sound. And this is one of the few that's not digitally remastered. Yeah. But I mean, it sounds good. Sounds great. Only problem is it skips. For being as smooth as glass and nice and quiet and just a pretty decent listen, it skips all over the place in certain parts. And I don't know if it's my roommate's record player or my record player, but each time it's a little different. I don't know. I don't have the nicest record player, so that's probably something to do with it. Here's another one. This is the Bob James Heads. Now, I don't know whether this was the same people who were doing the master sounds. Although it's kind of grouped together, CBS did put this out. But the condition of the sleeve, condition of the record are just heinous. They're just beautiful. And as for the audio fidelity, it's stellar, man. This sounds way better than the American pressing or any other pressings I've heard for that matter. All right, I got this one today. I don't know what's going on with the price of this thing, but yeah. Todd Rundgren's Something Anything on Ultra Disc 2. Ultra Disc, same thing, I guess. It's Gold Disc. It's Mfsl. I love these guys. Any of you people watch these videos, you should know that I love these already. But yeah, this thing sounds crazy. I assume it's from the same source tapes as the Rhino remasters. But it sounds like a step above that. And, you know, this is such a rare CD. And this is in impeccable shape. The booklet's in there, everything. Let me see if I can get that in there. This is weird blue lights going on. But whatever. Yeah, I mean, this thing sounds like a monster. I don't want to set that on the floor. All right. This next one. It's another Mfsl. Jazz from the USSR. One of the more obscure, I guess, aluminum disc, silver disc. And the condition of this thing is trash. Absolutely trash. Yeah, the disc looks great. But look at what this piece of shit did. This fucking asshole. He put this piece of construction paper, glued it to the back of the booklet. And, like, my local music store just came in with a lot that they got in, I don't know, a couple months ago. All these out-of-print jazz CDs, man. Like these OG release CTI albums. I got this Wes Montgomery, some of these Japanese like kudu pressings and shit, and it's like almost all of them have that black construction paper. And believe it or not, I actually went through the trouble to get it off of some of them, and it came off fairly well. But this one, it's got it on the front. It's like tar or something, or just some black shit. I don't know. It's terrible, but I mean, it sounds great. That's what matters, you know. That sounds good, you know. Condition isn't everything, although it's pretty sweet. These ones I didn't really get recently, but I just needed to include them because I'm very proud of these. Now, I tell my friends I'm going through this awkward phase where I've been listening to soundtracks to made-for-TV HBO movies from the 80s. Or in other words, it's Tangerine Dream soundtracks. First one, Dead Solid Perfect. This really blue-collar Randy Quaid pseudo-comedy drama golf movie. I like the movie. I love the soundtrack, though. It gets me all pumped up. It sounds like this crazy soundtrack to like an arcade game or something. It's dope. Let me see. This one is Heartbreakers. It's, what's that guy's name? Some Coyote, Dave Coyote, Peter. I think it's Peter Coyote, yeah. It's one of his movies, and it's boring as all hell, and the plot is pointless, but this soundtrack's oddly soothing. It's kind of boring. It's a little bit too poppy for Tangerine Dream. But yeah, I think I mentioned that. Yeah, it's Tangerine Dream. Yeah, good shit. This other one was my favorite out of all those. I'm missing some of the HBO ones. But The Park Is Mine. Man, this movie's awesome. Now, from a, I guess, technical standpoint, it's not the best movie ever, but man, it's original, man. It's urban terrorism at its finest. Well, domestic urban terrorism. And this soundtrack just gets me pumped as fuck. Like, let me see. I recognize some of the tunes on here, like most of these. So I know it's just rehashes of some of their older tunes, or like updated releases of them or something. But yeah, this is a dope CD. You can get a hold of this. Check it out, man. It's, man. This one I got recently. I've been dying for a copy of this album forever. And I recently got into researching old Japanese CDs. And this one is a CP32 Black Triangle CD. This is Huey Lewis and the News' first album. Check that out, man. Beautiful. Let's see. Whew. And man, this thing sounds nice and clear, crisp, flat, awesome. It's what I like. These ones, I'll try to go through fast. Nothing real crazy. I got a copy of Bjork's first album. It's pretty good. I see why people compare it to like Kate Bush. It's cool. I mean, I see why she was successful. It's her own thing. Oh yeah. I got these 80s Moody Blues CDs. And they still got the price stickers on there. But what is it? That's Octave and Long Distance Voyager. I'm not crazy about Long Distance Voyager. I think it's mostly to blame for Patrick Moraz playing on this album. I hate that bastard. But let me see. Octave is surprisingly a good listen. I need to listen to these more. I got them on cassette up there, but cassettes. Let me see. I got these 2 Yellow Magic Orchestra CDs. I wanted to also get Solid State Survivor, but I'm glad I didn't. And I say that just because these are the UK remasters that came out. Let me see. Doesn't say. I assume like the mid 2000s or something. But they're brick walled to shit. There's no dynamics at all. So compressed. And there's just no detail there at all. Like, even MP3 files of the stuff that I've heard is better sounding. Like, I know not all remasters sound terrible, but these in particular just, it's not even worth the package. Like, their first album right here, Yellow Magic Orchestra, it comes with the US pressing of it and the Japanese one. And I can't even really tell the difference, besides one sounds shittier than the other. And they both sound shitty. And I also got Naughty Boys and instrumental comes with this as well. And it's corny as shit, Japanese pop music. I love that. I tell people about Yellow Magic Orchestra and I tell them how big they were in Japan and still continue to be somewhat well known. But yeah, they even had a sellout phase. But yeah, avoid those remasters at all costs. They're bad. Whoops. Oh yeah, another Tangerine Dream soundtrack. Firestarter. This is the original MCA release. Now, I love this album so much. I splurged a bit on this. I don't know what the Varese Sarah band pressing sounds like, but this one sounds damn good. The dynamics are really all over the place. It's great. This sound is just nice and clear. However, there's this severe tape hiss that just it rubs me the wrong way. But it's a very rare CD. It looks beautiful in my collection. I just love the fact that I own it. It makes me feel good. Superficial, I know. And these last ones are kind of special to me. Actually, an old friend of mine I reconnected with. Well, kind of. And I bought some CDs off of him. He gave me these ones. It's kind of a package deal. I got two more of them in my car, but those were two Boards of Canada's. Two Boards of Canada CDs. Got in my car. It's the Campfire Head Phase and Music as It Rights to Children. And they're pretty good so far. I was never crazy about Boards of Canada. But it's Jamiroquai Single. I used to really like these guys. Some of these singles have like rare tracks on there, so that's why I buy their singles up. That One Guy CD. I've seen this guy live 3 times. It's a cool show. I don't know what kind of guy that one guy is. I've heard bad things about him though, but I don't know. He's a very entertaining, talented guy. So, Aphex Twins, 26 mixes for cash. If you can see that. I listen to this. It doesn't really sound too much like Aphex. I'm not crazy about it. There's some interesting stuff on here though. There's this Philip Glass cover of Heroes, Aphex Twin remix or mashup or something. I don't know. It's weird. Square Pushers, Just a Souvenir, which I haven't gotten around to it yet, honestly. It might be good. He's got some CDs that I like. I got a couple of his up in my collection. But yeah, and this is the big one. This is a big deal. He found this at a flea market probably 3 years ago, and I was so jealous because it was the one weekend I didn't go. And he got this thing for like $1. And it was like, how do you find something like that out in the wild, let alone a flea market in pristine condition? But sure enough, he did. And I got it for half the price that it goes for, which is still a shitload of money for a CD. So here it is. Moody Blues, Question of Balance, Mfsl, the Ultra Disc. And this bitch, man, I'm never going to listen to my hybrid SA CD of this album ever again after listening to this. This thing, wow, just look at it. It's one of those 97, 98 releases. And man, these things, whew, man, I'm sweating. But yeah, this thing's gnarly. A lot of those 97, 98 Mfsl releases are really rare. I have like two of them. I got Gilberto, and also Tears for Fears songs from the Big Chair Mfsl. And those both sound whoa. The one I've always really wanted, I mean, of course I really wanted those ones, and this one is Simon & Garfunkel's Bookends Mfsl. I can't even imagine what that sounds like. I mean, I'm a huge S&G fan, and I know a lot of their remasters and stuff don't sound that different from the originals. So I'm just so curious what that has to sound like. And I'll probably eventually get it. At the rate I've been picking up this audiophile stuff around here, I'll try to get a good price on it. But yeah, I mean, that's my recent pickups. And I don't know. I'll make another one of these.